just over a week to go now until the competition. How are you feeling about getting out there to play at the Fly this year?
Yeah, I mean, really excited. I think slightly apprehensive slash not knowing what to expect because I didn't do it last year. But I've only heard good things. But I'm really excited. Been making sure that I've been training hard, doing lots of fitness. Yeah, really excited, really keen and eager to meet my teammates and get going on that first Friday.
So at the weekend, you played for England at the Nations Cup in Germany, sixes. How was that?
Yeah, that was really fun. I mean, it was a massive lacrosse event. We had some famous faces there. So Kylie Omerla was there, who we saw. Yeah, really fun. We had three. We played the Czech Republic, Poland, and Germany. Played Czech in the final, which turned out to be a close one. It was 11-10 to us, but it was really fun. I think any chance that you actually get to play sixes is just a really good opportunity to keep on playing. I mean, it's such a fun format, so I really enjoyed it, and super sunny too, so that was a bonus.
Have you had the chance to play like a proper sixes game before that weekend? Had you done much sixes before then?
Yeah, so my first one was the tournament to Portugal. I went with the England under-23s, but that was the very first time that we played sixes, and I remember our first match was against one of the GB women's teams. So that was like our first one, like off the bat. We weren't like too sure of the rules, but we just like went for it. And I mean, yeah, it was more fun. I think it was more fun than I expected it to be. And I think I got the hang of it more quick than I thought I would, if that makes sense. So I have had some experience playing it, quite a lot of experience, I'd say.
How did you find sixes like matching up with your game? How you like to play? How you usually play? Did you think that your game was suited quite well, or did you have to change a few things?
I think so. I mean, there are definitely still things that I need to work on. So I play straight attack in the tens game. So I think getting to grips with a zone or even a man on defense that we would play, it's like I've been trying to work on that a bit. Like I didn't realise how hard it actually is in defence, but it's a bit easier than tens because it is smaller. And I do enjoy it when it's in defence. But yeah, and then I guess the attack suited my play quite a lot because I'm all about quick ball movement, making space for each other, which I think is important. Still need to work on like better like shooting from like further out or at those angles that you do kind of need to take. But yeah, I think it suited my game quite a lot.
Yeah, has it been interesting, as you say, there having to, learning, you've just been playing attack all your sort of career, all of a sudden, you kind of almost have to do some,
Yeah.
work now. There's kind of no way out of it. How have you found that? Has it been all right trying to get to grips with that?
Yeah, I think it has been fine, and like I said, because it is so much smaller, and you're only defending for what, maximum 30 seconds. But yeah, it is fun. It's just like funny now. So if we ever did like one-on-one practice or something, I would always be the attacker, but now I need to like switch around and stuff. But I have enjoyed it.
Do you think that you can sort of thought about that thing of attackers playing defences, that you might be able to think about what you think the attacker's doing? You've got like that sort of attacker's mind of, oh well, if I was attacking I'd do that, so you'd almost think about how you'd counter that.
Yeah, definitely. I think maybe I can see the feeds in a bit quicker because I can see what I would do if I was a player. And I think, I mean, as an attacker I have quite good stick skills, so if there's ever an interception, then that's easy to either catch or the ball goes down, I can just keep it up quickly.
Yeah, and obviously you've been made captain as well for your team at the Fly. I think you've done captain in Durham as well. So what does it mean to you being a captain of any side? What's the sort of role or responsibility that you have to take on?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a big responsibility. You have to be that person that creates the atmosphere and starts it and gets that ball rolling. Yeah, it's definitely a big responsibility, but I think it suits my personality quite well because I like kind of being loud and including everybody. And yeah, like you said, I've had experience, so I'm really excited and ready to take that role on.
Is that your sort of what you take as being the main thing? Because there's sort of there are quite a lot of different captains of people who want to be loud, or you get some captains that are sort of serious. But do you see that sort of you want to get everybody up and get everybody feeling good before a game? That's your sort of making sure that everyone's in the right space.
Yeah, I'd say I probably balance like knowing when to be serious and knowing when to just be a bit jokey and relaxing a bit. So, and like I wouldn't I wouldn't describe myself as like a scary person at all. Like I was a fourth year in my Durham team this year, and like all of the freshers were like, we're obviously like not scared of Cece at all. So I'm not that like bossy or like sometimes there's a stereotype you like shouting at other people on the pitch. That's not me. But yeah.
No, nice. That's a positive captaincy.
Yeah.
Not by the lead by shouting or lead by scaring each other.
No.
And your head coach is Raj Rout for Swift. I think you've had a bit of meet together through club, through Centaurs?
Yeah, it's through Centaurs.
Yeah. How's it been working together on this so far, getting things set for the fly?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's going well so far. Obviously, I mean, I was really happy that in the draft he picked me first and stuff, and well, that's obviously a bit of a confidence boost. And yeah, it's been going well. I've been with my teammates, with Lucy, when we were headed to the box final. We sent him a selfie, and then I was with Anna Neville in Germany, and we sent him some photos. So yeah, getting excited, and I definitely think our personalities will work well together.
Yeah, so you mentioned, because it's kind of the weird one of of most of the teams, it's all players coming together that have not really played together before, or you might not know each other, but you've actually got quite a few players on that team that you have got experience with, players like Lucy, and then there's like India as well, and players like Anna who have been involved in that under 23s. So do you think that bit of extra experience together will be sort of really helpful for you?
Yeah, definitely. I actually do think it does make a big difference playing with players that you've played with before. So yeah, I know a few familiar faces, and I'm excited to play with them. And yeah, I think we have a nice mix of people that we played with before, but then obviously you have that excitement of getting to know new people. I mean, we have people from Ireland, from Germany on our team. So I think we'll have loads of new things brought to the table, and maybe playing with new playing styles that I've never played with before.
I know you mentioned it earlier. How did you find that whole being picked in the draft process? Was that a bit of a, about who might pick you and where, what teams you might end up in? Was that a bit of good fun?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a bit stressful. And like I said, I didn't do it last year. So I wasn't too sure what to expect with that. But yeah, I was really happy, and I mean, I wouldn't have minded whatever number I had been picked, because I would have been happy in any team just to like play in the tournament. So yeah, I was really happy.
So ultimately, how do you think you're going to go this sort of next weekend? Are you sort of looking forward to it? Think you've got a good chance of being right up there? Because obviously Swift are the champions from last year, so got a little bit of pressure to try and make sure that you keep them up there again this year.
Yeah, definitely. There is that pressure, and people probably out to get Team Swift. Yeah, I think our team looks really solid. I think think our big thing, we've got lots of fast players. I think we've got a lot of fit players as well, which is obviously great for sixes. And I think the great thing is that whatever sixes game you play, it's always going to be tight because of how the shot clock works and stuff. So I definitely think we're going to have a lot of competitive matches. I mean, all the teams this year are looking really, really strong. But yeah, I definitely back our team to go and win.
And what are you most looking forward to about the whole competition? What are you really looking forward to getting to experience?
I think playing with new people and making new teammates and more friends, definitely. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere because obviously it's such a big lacrosse event, so I'm just really excited to be a part of that. And yeah, the main thing is just playing with new people, hopefully improving my sixes game because it's just another opportunity to try new things. So yeah.
I know you probably had a bit of it in Germany as well last weekend, but having the men's competition alongside women's as well, do you get a chance to have a look at what the men are doing and they can have a look at what you're doing and see a bit of that competition, or maybe you might see an idea from one game to the other that you can use and try out yourself?
Yeah, probably that is a good idea. We did in Germany. We watched the GB men. They do, obviously they have, I wouldn't say it's easier, but obviously they have nicer sticks to play with, so you see more of those like trick shots or like super powerful shots, which I guess does encourage some more creativity that maybe we can try. But yeah, definitely it's nice to watch. It's nice to watch just how other people play sixes because there are so many. It's so new and there are new things that you can play around with. So yeah, it's definitely good to watch how the men are playing it too.
And seeing those GB teams getting ready to go and play World Games this summer, is it sort of, do you sort of have that thought looking at and watching them? You think sort of maybe in that sort of 4-year time period, you could be, you could be that prime to get back in that GB and have those sort of experiences in that sort of squad in sort of a few years' time?
Gosh, yeah. I mean, hopefully, it's amazing that I feel like this has been such a new thing for lacrosse, and it's amazing that it's getting into these big World Games tournaments. And I can't wait for the one this summer to watch it and see how the GB team do. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I plan to continue playing high level lacrosse after I graduate this year. And yeah, and seeing how far I get. But I think I mean, the possibility of it eventually going to the Olympics is definitely just extra motivation to continue.